shit. What's going on? Everybody, welcome.
Want to tell them what time you opened up Discord?
I haven't opened Discord yet. I'm still working on it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Live on Two Wheels, Season 3, Episode 4. In today's video, my friends, or today's live show and associated podcast, we are going to answer the age-old question, who the hell is MV Agusta? We did this for Royal Enfield, and I thought it was a solid idea and premise. So...
Yeah, but the only difference is you know who they are.
Yeah, well, we're using the same premise of like... okay, Royal Enfield, I legit...
clue.
Okay, I was a little behind on the Royal Enfield train, I admit that. But MV Agusta, we all know, but I think it was pretty interesting to dig into who they are, where they came from, and all this kind of stuff. So we are going to be doing that in today's episode. After I scan a QR code to log into Discord.
I hate that. I like it and I hate it. I hate it. I like it because it's easy.
Yeah.
I hate it because it does it too much.
Oh no, I have to log into both. Oh no. Oh my goodness.
Bad. You should feel real bad.
Okay, so that's going to have to wait then, because that's a whole process.
Good. The camera is shaking. It's the blower.
It's shaking. I mean, do we care? How much do we care?
We noticed this last time, remember? Because it was like, this was going nuts.
I tried to fix...
Pointed the fan directly at it. It's like a fucking sail right now.
I got an idea. Hold on. This might get bad.
Oh God. What are you doing?
You just talk with people.
No, don't. I hate when you go off your own little tangent and you're gonna start. What are you doing? What's going on? Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. He just hung up a fucking sandbag.
It's shaking so much
at the top of a camera. You just hung a sandbag on the top of a tripod. This feels like a person who doesn't understand physics.
Okay, hold on. Is it shaking now?
I don't know.
All right, that seems a little bit better. We're gonna rock that out.
Oh, it's still shaking. I saw it when you...
Do you want to go no air?
I don't.
If we go no air, I think that camera, that monitor will die.
I think. Look, it's on you. I think this is a placebo effect. I don't think the fan actually does.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn... If you're just listening to this, I'm so sorry. I'm going to turn our air off. This will stop shaking, but this camera may die. If it is, we'll turn the air back on.
I mean, is the shaking bad enough? No more shake that I can see.
Okay, we'll go with this. We'll go with this. Don't worry, guys. We're just in a perpetual earthquake.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my God. Beau, do you want to tell people about what
is happening with our camera?
Do you want to tell the people about what the show is and what we do here and where they can find it while I get my ears on?
Oh, are you still using those ears?
Yes, you would think I wouldn't after the travesty of the last couple shows, but I am.
Well, this is season 3 of Live on Two Wheels, a live motorcycle podcast, which means nothing if you don't watch. But this is the first season that we've done solo. We've gone solo on just Live on Two Wheels.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So everything happens here on the Live on Two Wheels YouTube channel. It gets archived here. Everything, but we're also available on podcast platforms.
We are
Apple Podcasts, Google Play,
Spotify. You can do stars now, which is really cool.
Interesting. Speaking of stars.
Speaking of stars. So guys, what we have is we have these little decals. You see them? Look at that.
Decal.
Look how wow, that's actually a crispy decal. So we give these away. We don't sell them. We give those away to people that give us a review. Unfortunately, the only place you can really do reviews right now is Apple Podcasts. So go there, review it, and if I read your review online on the show, we will send you a decal for free. And if you're listening to it right now on Apple Podcasts, you have no excuse to not. I know there's hundreds of you. Maybe.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So this week,
metrics on that in a while. We used to do that every day.
I know. Our brains go all over the place. All right. So this week's review is. Can I have some? Give me the goods. All right. by Fun and Great. Wait, no, sorry. By Larry Lars 56. Title: Fun and Great Content. 5 stars, obviously. I love the banter between Chase and Beau.
Spelled my name right.
He did. Dynamic duo, and I love their convos. That's it.
The end.
The end. And just like that,
You get a sticker for
this
spelling
guy,
my name right. Like
yeah, that's what you're getting a decal for.
Yeah.
So Larry Lars 56, thank you so much for the review. I enjoy reading those far more. Like, not just like reading them to make myself feel good, but like reading them on here. I think it's fun, and it gives me chills every time, so that's fun. But shoot me an email to chase@chaseontwowheels.com. Show me a screen recording or a screenshot of you modifying that review, and we'll get you a form sent out for you to put all the info in and get you a lot of decals. I will say, you guys that are listening and watching that have won decals in the past, tomorrow I'm coming up for air. I'm going to be doing all the decals. We got about 5 to 10 decals I'm going to be sending out tomorrow. So if you haven't got a decal yet, it's coming in the mail. We'll talk about it more in the housekeeping section, but things have been slammed. But we'll talk about that later in the show. All right. So other ways you guys can be part of our awesome little community that we have here is join our Discord that I am having a problem plugging into right now.
Does not have up.
But it's a Discord full of motorcycle enthusiasts. So if you guys are watching the show, you're probably interested in motorcycles. I would hope. Otherwise, you just like us talking, which is really weird. Yeah. No. No. Okay.
Yeah, L-Speed, my dude.
Okay, for one, let me just L-Speed, thank you so much for joining the Ontwo Crew. You're an asshole. I thought you didn't tell me you did tell me the membership was that disgusting sound.
Yeah. Hey, we noticed it right away. That's the point. Love it.
LSpeed87, thank you for joining the members here on the Ontwo Crew. Wow, I'm going to go wash my hands real quick now.
It's so good.
So, we're going to talk about membership here in a second. Jesus Christ. So, if you guys want to join our Discord, we got tons of pages over there. We're currently working on our Discord to have a more in-depth area for our WBR Garage members as well. We're having a lot of site kind of behind-the-scenes stuff we're trying to work through on that. But we're really building out Discord. We're almost to the point where we feel like it's ready to go, if you want to call it that. Like all the work we've been like, it's literally taken like over a year for us to build this together, but it's an awesome Discord for motorcyclists. So if you want to join that, if you're a Discord style person, it's awesome. We have a section on our Discord called Moto Photo, and we like to give a little moto shout out every week to our Moto Photo people. It's just a page where you can post photos of your motos. So this week's peeps, I love saying that.
I know.
We have Discord user Sam.
Underscore
Sam. This kind of looks like North Georgia. We got a Monster. We got a Trident. We don't see a lot of photos of Trident, so it's awesome to see those. And then we have the Triumph Scrambler.
Both great bikes.
Yeah, this looks like
awesome,
this gives me like old school riding where like before I really did the channel hardcore and I would just go ride on the weekends. Yep. This gives me that vibe and it makes me happy. Next up, we got holy cow. Discord user Silver with a 3R. Silver. It's some sort of Ducati thing, but tons of motorcycles. Look at, and of all types too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We got an R6, FZ09 in there. Looks like a couple R3s. That looks like a hell of a meetup. That might be is that a track? No, that's just off the highway. Looks like a really fun time.
No, it is. It is a track.
Oh.
Because look behind them.
Oh, yeah, they wouldn't have had the little gated thing.
Yeah.
That looks really fun. I'd be interested to know some background on where all that was.
Nice.
Next up, we have a little, look at the 390 Adventure, which I think, look at the windscreen, dude. Yeah. Holy shit.
Bro is
elevated
preppered.
The game on the windscreen.
Yeah.
I I love seeing the little adventure bikes.
Yeah.
I want to see more of them. Oh, this is a Discord user, Dylan Love. Finally, got his first bike.
Nice choice too.
Started on a 390 adventure. I would be fascinated to do a.
Started out with a cheat code.
He really did. If people I know. It's hard to say this because of all the bullshit and ridiculousness that goes on in this show. If people listen to us, a lot of people would just skip all the bullshit of writing and go straight to the best stuff. But part of me thinks you kind of have to go through it. You have to earn your way to realizing that ADV bikes are the best bikes on the market.
Yeah. It's if you disagree, it's because you're not.
You just haven't written enough yet.
You're not there yet.
It's fine, and that's fine.
Everybody ends up there.
Yeah, everybody ends up there. If they ride long enough.
You know what my favorite part is? All of the Harley guys down south are now turning their Harleys into adventure bikes.
Shocker.
So it's
it's as if there's a motorcycle already like that.
I love it. It always ends.
What's the line? You're either
everything in the universe is either an elbow or not an elbow.
Oh, definitely not that. No. A superhero either dies or lives long enough to become a villain or something like that.
Yeah.
A motorcycle rider either stops riding or rides long enough to become an ADV rider. That's the saying. That's it. Okay. Do we have another motor shout out? Okay, cool. We don't. So, wow. I said we don't, and then I cut to my screen anyway.
Screen of daunting.
Right. Alrighty, guys. So, thank you to all of our people over on Discord. Now, when we were talking about Discord, I was so politely interrupted by LSpeed87. As you guys know, or maybe not know, as of the last episode of Live on Two Wheels, we finally got YouTube memberships working, which has taken a while. There's a lot of emailing with YouTube back and forth, which honestly I was shocked that I could even email with YouTube. After the great hack, I had lost
all faith.
And I'm not talking I've lost all faith. I've lost all faith.
I'm still not convinced because there are channels out there right now that I know get strikes upon and copyright claims and all sorts of age restricted shit, and they all have memberships.
Just so you guys know, what I'm talking about is, was it 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Right before Thanksgiving of 2019, the channel got hacked and shut all the way down. And then I was stuck in YouTube hell for a month.
It was 3 months before we got everything.
It was really stressful. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm talking about. But we finally got channel memberships going on. If you guys don't know what channel memberships are, it's basically a way for you to support the show. And in supporting the show, you can get some of the benefits from channel memberships. If you guys are in the chat, you might notice a couple people's names are green with a little.
Updated the icons?
I have not got to do that. I'll try to do that tomorrow, though. So what you get for channel memberships is you get these little badges next to your name. So if you guys look at the chat, you can't see it really in the middle because it doesn't propagate the little badges that we make. But people have little ends next to their name. You get badges, and those badges change based on how long you've been a member. It's 1, 3, 6 months. Then it goes to 1, 3, 6 years, right?
1, 2, 3, 4 years.
Okay, so the longer you remember, your badges will actually change, and it gives you access to our emoji catalog, which Ghost was so ready for it. Yeah. So if you guys notice, Ghost on Two Wheels, our spectral producer in the chat, he just dropped our 4 emojis that we currently have, and the really cool thing is the more members we have, the more emojis we get.
My favorite part is in the chat box on our screen, it doesn't show them.
It just says ghost. That's actually really funny. I'm not gonna lie, the emojis are totally what I'm here about, and we have y'all's chat up right in front of us now. We've kind of adjusted our live show setup so we can see the chat a lot easier. So when I see green names and I see emojis, it helps me notice you guys more. So if you're really active with the live show and want to get our attention, that is the absolute best way to do it. And it's only $4.99 a month. So it's not really that expensive. It is, these days it's cheaper than a cup of coffee, which is unfortunate.
It helps keep the lights on.
It does.
Literally.
And we have lots of lights. Yeah. So if you guys are curious how to join, if you go to Live on Two Wheels page, you'll see this little join button here. You click that, and you are there. Dunzo, that's all you got to do. Thank you so much for all the guys that are currently members. And if you're just listening to us, you have to come over to YouTube. So sorry for you. All right. So let's do a little WBR ad thing, and then we're going to go into the quick shift and the housekeeping. So check out my beanie.
We're doing the teaser.
We're going to do the teaser again. Yep. Hopefully next week I'm going to plan in some time for us to make like an actual ad.
Yeah.
But what we're going to show you guys is a little WBRG teaser for the bike that we are giving away.
Favorite part.
That's an R6. Oh, question mark, or fingers crossed. I tried so hard to get this Discord open, and it's not opening. That really sucks. Oh wait, I might have it here.
You know what that tells me?
What?
You need to be on Discord more.
Bro, I barely have time to run what I'm doing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I spent more time doing something else right now? All right, so I got in Discord. Woohoo! Go me! I'm so excited that I was able to do that. Only slightly behind what was going on. All right, I'm here though, and I can go to this. Perfect. I am so proud of myself. All right, guys. So now it is time for what is not arguably, what is most definitely is the most highly produced thing that we're going to show on this entire video.
I don't know, that ad was pretty good.
The ad wasn't bad, but it's time for the quick shifter segment, which is oh wait, I didn't even talk about WBR Garage. We're building an R6. It's a 2018 R6. It's going to be an absolute dream motorcycle. Go to WBRgarage.com. You can become a member and win a damn motorcycle. Also, we're testing out products. This is a beanie that we're working on. Been wearing it all day. Very comfortable, even though it's 75 today in Georgia. When did that happen? Who knows? But we've got a couple pieces of merch on there.
I was talking to Steve about this.
Huh?
I was talking to Steve, our neighbor, about this.
Mm-hmm. I think Georgia does whatever they want.
I think it's all the people bitching about, oh, we don't have seasons anymore. And then Mother Nature is like,
oh, you want seasons? Winter this week, summer that week.
Here's all of them in rapid succession.
Right. But yeah, so over on WBR Garage, you can either grab a membership, which will get you videos a week ahead of time, get you access to build streams. We literally live stream me filming the WBR Garage show. So if you guys think this is a shit show, you should definitely check that out. So you can do that for membership.
My favorite part of that is the 360 cam that we have.
You have to pan around.
I'm constantly chasing you around the shop and never can get you in frame.
So imagine the shit show that this is. We're at one table. Now
cameras that only move because they have palsy.
Yeah. Now imagine if you can Chase running around filming a video about working on a motorcycle, and Beau sitting over here controlling this little gimbaled camera running after me. That's basically what the build streams are like. It's a good time. Yeah. So you can do that. We have memberships for as little as $5 a month, and we have products. So as of now, which is one of the new things with the website, we can sell stuff, and you get entries for it. So we haven't been able to do that.
A sub, you can just...
Yeah, so if you didn't want to do like the monthly reoccurring thing, you can grab a shirt. We got hoodies, beanies, and hats. We're going to have more stuff, but we're kind of just like, we want to slowly work our way into the product stuff. But it's pretty cool. I've ordered every one of the products, and I can vouch for every one of them. Yeah. I've worn them all. So yeah, if you guys want to support, that's an awesome way to do it.
Now your favorite part.
Now my favorite part. Now I can actually do the timeline of this show that is supposed to be happening. We have the Quick Shifter segment. Wait, there may or may not be a membership bribe in the Quick Shifter today. Ghost, I can't wait, and thank you for floating your mouse over that. So guys, if y'all are new, the Quick Shifter segment is basically a way for us to give you guys rapid fire motorcycle news quickly, and I will do my best to not pause. Sometimes I accidentally do. It's not my fault, but sometimes
bingo cards out, fellas.
Get your bingo cards out, which is an actual real thing that happened. Okay.
It's not on this.
Oh my God, I know. I'm trying to get it prepped up so I can get into here. All right, guys, welcome to the Quick Shifter. Oh, via Smart Industries, I like it.
Nice.
Now, is that Ranger's bike? the top line pull on the whatever inline 4 that was. Oh, walking off into nothingness.
The trot. Too hot to trot.
All right, Aprilia announces 2 new Touareg Experience Adventures in 2023. For only $37.50, you can ride the 660 for 5 days and over 1,000 miles. So half the cost of the bike to do this?
Yeah.
I mean, the experience sounds freaking awesome.
That's a lot of money.
But if for 2 experiences, I could buy one.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of money, especially like that's the amount of money that guys paid to get the training, the multi-day training for.
Yeah, that's a lot. I want to do it, but
motorcycle sales in France sees modest growth in January of 2023, with Honda taking nearly a quarter of the market share.
I'm curious how I want to know how that is divvied up in Honda's lineup. Like, is it mostly Groms or like how many? What are people in France buying? Yeah, I'd be really curious to know that.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like France is a scooter.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the Grom probably just dominates.
I saw a Navi in the wild yesterday.
I've seen one.
Yeah, little brown one?
A green one.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it might be the same one. Brown, green.
It was in South Georgia, so it probably was not.
No, this was down the street.
Colorado is the latest state to start the conversation for lane filtering. A bill proposed would fund a study to determine what a final law would be.
Bring it.
Not a photo from Colorado.
Yeah.
Yes. We keep seeing this, and
more
guys, I've been riding for a decade now. Hey, that's adorable. I've been riding for a decade. This stuff happens every few years. I'll believe stuff when I actually see stuff. I don't want to get my hopes up. Yeah, we'll talk about that afterwards.
Bought a Pan America because of us and Adventure Pros. That's cool.
Hell yes.
Honda working on crash detection system that would take advantage of existing tip over and lean sensors, but also helmet position by the way of Bluetooth headsets.
Bro, leave it to Honda to tap into other things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean this makes sense.
Like with the whole Apple CarPlay, like Honda's the only, like one of the few that actually does it.
It's them and Indian. That's it. Yeah, this is awesome. I
love that they're gonna triangulate stuff. Like look at this little guy.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I mean, there's some tech out there right now about like like your Apple Watch and shit. Like going, oh, you've taken a fall using an accelerometer. Good on you, Honda.
Well, we have our ghost tip of the week. You ready for it?
Oh, hell yes.
My favorite.
Let's go, fam.
Time for the ghost tip of the week.
Yay! That was great.
Ghost tip of the week. This is sponsored
You
by
hear me
Ghost
sigh in the
Ontwo Wheels
background?
over on Instagram, of course.
All right, guys, ghost tip of the week. Even if you think you're trash, you can still do great things. It's called a garbage can, not a garbage can. Yes!
I like this one.
I love this so much. We're staying positive. We're getting people to do things even if they're trash.
Nice.
Nice job, Ghost. Really providing all of the motivation the fam needs.
That's hilarious. That's when I.
So now we have ghost tip of the week is now a motivating factor. That's a pretty great laugh. Oh god, we're only at 66
members only exclusive giveaway.
Oh snap!
Lucky member.
Oh, let me shut the hell
Using
up.
Your toothbrush and toothpaste is pretty simple, right? No, it can make a mess, and getting all the toothpaste out of the tube can be a hassle. Sure, you can use your toothbrush as a squeegee, but that's not its purpose. And who wants to use their
Oh my
hands
God,
to
you could
slowly
totally use
mash
the
up
toothbrush
all
as a
the toothpaste
squeegee.
at the top? Not me. Instead, you could win a one-of-a-kind Ghost toothpaste tube squeezer.
No
It's like your
fucking
toothpaste
way.
tube, and you never have to worry about getting all that toothpaste out ever again.
That's
This item
amazing.
is
No, the
cool
fuck you
and
did
functional,
not, Ghost.
Just like me. But wait, there's more.
Oh my
An
God.
exclusive holographic Ghost on 2 Wheels sticker will be included for the winner. These go for thousands
That's
on eBay. Only members of Live on 2 Wheels will be eligible to win this one-of-a-kind item. Join today for only $4.99 a month, and tune in next week where we will find out who the lucky winner is.
Nice.
Will it be you? Well, if you're not a member.
That's
Estimated value
hilarious.
of Goose toothpaste tube squeezer and sticker between 35 cents and $8 million US.
Oh my God.
Sidebar. My wife is one of those people that will squeeze the living shit out of a fucking tube of toothpaste, and it bothers me so much.
And here I was thinking that the quick shifter can't get any better.
That's fucking amazing. That's amazing. I saw him. I posted pictures of him 3D printing stuff, and I was like, huh, this is weird.
Yes. Smort balls.
Join today.
Oh my God, Ghost, that was so
that's
good. Guys, please drop claps
He said,
in the
I
chat.
need the squeeze.
So if you guys aren't following Ghost on Instagram, it's Ghost on 2 Wheels. Go follow him. I was seeing videos of 3D printing
Yeah.
blue stuff, and I was like, what is he getting up to?
Yep.
That is the best case scenario, a fucking Ghost toothpaste squeezer. How amazing.
That's awesome.
I do love that so much. So while we were in the quick shifter, guys, we had a super chat from AZ Moto Bros, who says, I bought a Pan America because of you guys and Adventure Bros. Harley, you hearing that? Look at that. We just sold a Pan America.
Who quantified our worth.
Not only quantified our worth, but paid us to tell the story, the tale of the tales.
Yep.
That's awesome. The Pan America is a phenomenal freaking motorcycle, and I would care to guess that they are enjoying every bit of it.
Yeah.
Also, you should have become a member, not done a super chat. Maybe you are a member. I don't even know. Okay.
Also, just do whatever the fuck you want.
Also, yeah, I'm just saying, if you're gonna,
God.
he could have gotten the ghost squeezy thingy. Oh, he didn't know that when he, man.
That happened, but while you were with
Dang, and little did he know.
You're like Tarantino in your own story.
Welcome to my life where I quit okay, shit. All right. Housekeeping time where we get to talk about stuff that happened this week in the shop. Whew. It as per usual, you got a first try edited. That's kind of no big deal at this point. Us rocking a first try out, it's like, bro, we're fucking professionals. We got this. You guys have probably seen Patrick. He is my co-host over on Ontwowheels. I did a first ride of his Super T as a Super Tenere. It's a 2015.
If you've been around the channel, you've seen it before.
You have seen it before. We did a video back in the day, a Super T versus T7, I think.
Yep.
Did kind of a little mountain run. It was a fun video. Had never done a first ride on it, though, so that was fun.
Yep.
I was actually... a lot of the things I said about the Tiger 1200, which is the first ride of the year,
Yeah.
I got to do a first ride on the 1200 Tiger because Triumph's Bay like that. And a lot of the things I said about the Tiger, I thought were like revolutionary. And then I rode the Super T, which is a 2015, so I'm like 8 years older. And I'm
you
like,
see where the formula comes
I was
from.
like, bro,
Yeah.
the formula was set then, and I'm just probably only getting on one of these bikes. But you guys know, I've said it a ton. The bigger, heavier bikes, there is something about it that really works for me, which is probably why I like the Pan America so much.
Yeah.
So,
Well, speaking of Ontwowheels,
speaking of Patty Rick and Ontwowheels, we have been tirelessly working on the next review. For you guys that haven't heard yet, Ontwowheels is our new YouTube channel that we launched basically this year. It kind of launched mid or late last year, but kind of as a prototype situation. So we've gotten this opportunity to have a modded out 2019 Camaro SS1LE. The thing is bonkers. So we've been working on getting that review out. We are in the final, we're at probably 75% right now. We're hoping after tomorrow. Beau's been working on it all day today. I was working on it all day yesterday. Like, these edits are so big, we have to throw them back and forth to keep progress going like we need to. But that review is going to be coming out hopefully next week. These things are just like 45 minutes long, so that channel is definitely more about quality, not quantity. But we're doing a lot of short content. About TikTok, bro. Right, because this happened last weekend. So we're gonna have a little story time real quick. So when we were doing the review of the Camaro, there's not a lot of room in the car. So we've got like 3 cameras set up inside the car. So Patrick and I did like a little test fit of our main camera in the car, and we were just going to go do a lap around the block or something like that and record it. And I wanted to make sure the camera wasn't going to vibrate too much or something like that. So we just go out. I was recording literally so that I could look at the footage, and we had some cop scenarios happen. So we're in this like thing where we edit everything into shorts. So Patrick and I were like, hey, let's cut that into shorts real quick. Guys, let me tell you.
It's the like 3.5 million.
So we posted that shorts video on TikTok, and we have an Ontwowheels TikTok. It's literally Ontwowheels show. We posted that on TikTok on Friday, and then I went home. And if I think we've talked about it before, but guys, when I leave work,
when you leave a shop, it doesn't exist.
Well, so like we got it. All right, we're gonna go to the super chats in a second. But when I leave work at 6 o'clock, you can ask Beau. He's been here for years. I'm gone until I come back the next day.
Yeah.
So that video starts blowing up, and Patrick is texting me, and my phone's on Do Not Disturb all the time, and it's on super Do Not Disturb when I get home. So I don't know any of this. Basically, I just get a new phone every week. He texts Heather, my wife, and she's like, hey, Patrick's trying to get in contact with you. You like check into that? I check into it, and I posted it at like 5:50. Mm-hmm. This is like at 7 o'clock, and it had like, I think 250,000 views. We had 16 followers on TikTok on Ontwowheels. So that was last Friday. We're almost a week from then. We now have 3.5 million views on that one. Every other video on the entire channel on TikTok has blown up, and we have 76,000 followers.
Fun fact is twice as much as you have on
Chase on Two Wheels
on TikTok.
So on TikTok, live Ontwowheels has literally twice as many TikTok followers, and the videos do really well.
Yeah.
We're still really trying to...
So we're now a car channel.
Well, so TikTok's cool,
yeah,
but we're trying to grow subscribers. So if you guys like car content, we would super appreciate you to go over to Ontwowheels. Just search Ontwowheels on YouTube. You will see a logo that looks like that, the little wheel guy. Follow that account, and you'll be ready for whenever this Camaro video comes out, because boy,
it's obnoxious.
Boy, it's a lot. And you guys know I can't really drive a manual car. Like I'm okay. Yeah. I won't stall in the road most of the time. Yeah. But driving that was a hoot. Okay, so we had a super chat in the middle of that story. All the point of that housekeeping was we've been focusing on that the majority of the week this week. Yeah. But we got a couple videos in
Patrick's out at a thing.
Patrick's out at a press launch for the Indian Sport.
The Indian Chief Sport.
Yeah. Which have you seen the red on that? Yeah,
bro, the red
Ruby
red
looks so good.
If you recall, a while back when I was looking at bikes, and one of them, when I was looking at baggers, one of them was the Indian Chieftain.
Yes.
Dark Horse, and it was in that ruby red.
Indian has a good red in that.
It's like a blood satin.
I don't know what bike I don't know what color he's on, but Patty's out in Austin, Texas right now writing that. He'll be back tomorrow. And then we'll have that video. I think the embargo already released. So whenever he gets back and we dump the footage, we'll just be waiting on footage from them. And that'll be a fun video. We got a couple other videos that we have. We're just waiting for B-roll because I'm kind of behind on B-roll right now. But we got some good videos coming up. Before we leave the housekeeping, though, Come and Get It says you need to partner with Robert Simmons Rider Class. P.S. Why does Chase look like a 90s poser while Beau looks like a 2020 millennial businessman? We're nailing it. We're doing great. I need to find out who Robert Simmons Rider Class is.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, you haven't heard of it either? You always hear about stuff that I've never heard of, which is...
It doesn't sound familiar.
It's kind of like the status quo at this point.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But yeah, thank you for the super chat. Come and get it. I will attempt to. Come and get it. That's your name. Nailed it. All right. Before Beau leaves, we should probably continue. So next up, we have the anxiety-ridden segment of bike breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
I have 60 seconds to break a bike down, and for the first time, I'm interested to see how this goes. I told Beau he could pick any bike he wanted. I, to this moment, don't know what bike it is.
The only thing you gave me was like...
It had to be an MV Agusta, so it could be like part of the, like, work with the show.
I think I have it set up right to where the clock won't start, so we'll see.
Oh, God. All right, here we go, boys.
It's time for a 60-second bike breakdown.
All right.
Hey, I did. Nice.
Oh, that thing looks... Okay, anyway. All right, so give me a countdown and then send it.
All right. 3, 2.
All right, guys, this week we got a bike breakdown of a 2023 MV Agusta Turismo Veloce. Go, man, go! I'm losing time!
Go.
All right, horsepower, I was looking at 110 horsepower. Compared to the Multistrada V2, it's actually a little behind with the Multi having 113 horsepower. Next, let's talk about torque. It's got 59 foot-pounds as compared to the 71 from the Multistrada V2, a little behind. Oh my God. Next up, let's talk about weight. 440 pounds for the Veloce, coming in only a pound heavier than the Multistrada V2 at 439. It's not looking good so far. Next up, Jesus Christ. Price-wise, $20,400 as compared to the $15,295 of the Multi. This thing is getting spanked by the V2.
Sloppy.
But it looks good.
Sloppy.
Wow.
Yeah, that was and it's a higher displacement on the V2 by a little bit, but so it's not a 1-to-1.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh God, slain in every way possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I think so. That's gonna be a really good setup for the
Ducati tax. I see your Ducati tax. And I raise you.
No, so now every time you guys see somebody riding around in an MV Agusta, just know that you thought you were fancying your Ducati. Survey said you're not. All right. Let's. I mean, we don't have to do the primary ad break because we don't even have the new ad thing yet, right?
No, we already did the thing.
You guys know plenty of ways to support the channel. Memberships, WBR Garage, all that stuff. That's our ad break. If you're in the market...
Done.
But if you are... This will be our little ad
Why
thing.
is there so much less of me? I've got my stomach up on.
We got to figure that out because I don't understand it. If you guys are in the market for a Bluetooth for your helmet, get a Cardo. You'll thank us. Don't worry. I can say with 100% certainty, you will not be let down. Yeah. I don't feel bad putting my name on that at all. And if you do, you can get, I believe, 10% off discount code in the description of this video. We only use Cardos here. Fun fact, we reached out to Cardo to get a sponsorship with Cardo and have not looked back since.
Yeah.
It has been...
Nice.
Somehow Ghost has a Cardo turning on sound.
Yeah, I like it.
That's great. All right, that's our ad break. Oh shoot, this is when you were supposed to go to the bathroom. but you don't have to go to the bathroom. Okay.
I'll just piss myself.
Well, excuse me while I go piss myself.
girl.
Oh, no, that's got to stop. It has to stop.
It can't.
Okay, so
You started.
so we're gonna get into the primary topic, which is MV Agusta. Who the hell are they? Fun fact: they used to build helicopters. Which it's kind of like, what's up with motorcycle companies
It was old
starting
British,
an aircraft?
It's an old British company. It's
Those
like-
damn old British people.
Well, so like a lot of
MV Agusta, not British though, Italian.
Well, you know what I mean. European, that area, like they made planes.
Let's do planes. Done with planes. Let's do
Well,
motorcycles.
When the war was done,
yeah.
they not making planes anymore.
So, I've got two.
I mean, that's best guess, right? Is that like they're like, oh, we don't have people buying these like in mass.
yeah, we
so
can't make cash on airplanes.
We've already got the equipment.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
Why don't you make a motorcycle about it?
It's a very interesting sidestep. I don't think a lot of people would expect to go from aircraft to motorcycling, but I was going to build this show with giving you guys the history, and then in doing my research for the show, I found an individual that did so much better of a job than I would give this topic justice to. I figured we'll just watch his video. I'll show you guys the video, and you guys can go like comment on his video because that video is the one that needs views. It's such a good video. And also doing this research, I found a video that MV Agusta put out that we have to watch and react to because I don't know which one to play first. Have you watched both of them?
No, I've not watched either of them.
Okay. I think we should do the history first so that we can all be up to date with what's going on with and where MV Agusta came from. And then with that information, I think we need to watch the MV Agusta video because it's hilarious. So let me queue up this guy's video and I'll tell you guys the channel. Actually, if you guys want to know the channel, go to the description box of this video. At the very bottom, there's MV Agusta history. There's a link. You guys can go watch this video separately. Please go over there, like that video, and comment on it. Give that guy some attention because this dude made a absolutely phenomenal
Best
video.
way to burn fat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Best way to burn what?
I clicked on a video that I literally already prepped up. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the video, The Rise and Fall of MV Agusta by a channel called Gastro Racing. Dude's only got 4K subs. The only reason I'm saying that is so that when you guys watch this video, it's like, bro, you working for like a documentary company or something? All right, so let's check this thing out. Hopefully we don't get copyright claimed, and let's just
Fight it. It's come on, weird.
let's see what happens. And we'll be pausing throughout the episode and commenting.
Today, we're going to talk about MV Agusta and how this little Italian company from Varese managed to rack up 139 Grand Prix and also made some of the most beautiful red senoritas the world has ever seen.
Oh my
It's a
goodness.
road trip to figure out what makes these motorcycles so goddamn special. Newsflash, MV Agusta actually started as an aviation company. It was founded by a guy called Giovanni Agusta, a Sicilian aristocrat.
Pause real quick. Everybody let me know in the chat if y'all can hear this correctly. So you just let us know. We're going to go back to playing it.
With a passion for airplanes. I'm rich and I think airplanes are cool. 1907, Giovanni was
Yes!
involved
I love
with some
him.
badass
Go sub to
Americans
him
called
already.
Whiteflares. These guys flew the first production airplane, and this inspired Giovanni to make an aircraft himself. 10 years later, Giovanni constructed the AG-1, capable of flying 20 meters. Don't tell Giovanni this, but those are actually rookie numbers. Give me a piece of paper and 2 minutes, and I can probably beat that. In 1923, Giovanni founded
Already
the
giving him
Agusta
shade.
Aeronautics Company. And turns out, in some cases, dreams really do come true, but this wasn't one of them, because in 1927,
God.
Chase your dreams. It'll probably fail. This one failed.
his wife and his 4 sons, Domenico, Vincenzo, Mario.
I love the mustache on the on the dad's face, on his little emoji.
With racing. Take a guess which one. 1939 rolls around, and you know the drill. An angry German man looks at Europe and says, "I'll have one of everything."
Why is he
Okay,
eating a
pause.
bug? Why is he eating a bug?
The mouth moving up and down.
Why is he Hitler in a bug?
I love this so much. Okay, I'm so sorry. I really can't. And also the angry little German man.
Like, yeah. That's him trying to get around the algorithm.
Yeah, so when I watched this, I was like, yeah, I know exactly what you're doing, and I appreciate it so much. Okay, back to...
rolling up in a Volkswagen.
Oh my God, I didn't even realize he's in a Volkswagen.
Why do you think I kept saying that?
Bro, yes. Okay, here we go.
Bad news for the world. Good news for the Augustas who get to build a bunch of aircrafts to help this angry German man.
Okay, so when I first heard that, I was like, that's kind of shitty. But I'm trying to not... I don't want to be that judgmental that fast. Because,
I mean, this is every manufacturing industry in the world had the same thing.
You don't get a choice if you're going to do that or not. It's more like, hey, we're going to tell you what you're going to do thing. Yeah. Okay, so I had a slightly...
a lot of them fought over contracts because it was a very lucrative business. So,
which, I mean, that's not a good history to have, but you know, it is what it is.
On the angry German man in a Volkswagen.
I'm very... Never mind. Oh my God, this is dangerous. I can't.
You almost Hitlered this podcast.
Shut up! You're gonna ruin it. Damn it! All right.
He was so close.
I've been working on it, and all right. So I gotta be really careful about what.
This motherfucker said, "I've been working on it." He's just like, if I do these, no, that's too cartoony. He's like over there trying to like perfect it. Woo.
No, what I mean is I'm very bad about doing accent things, and I've been working on not doing that. Okay. And then I'm sitting here like,
I'm fucking dead, dude.
Ghost, you can't have that ready to go. How the hell did you pull that?
Oh my God!
Do you have that? Do you have what you just played on a dot, like a sound? Oh my God! It sounds like a really terrible. Somebody trying to learn Italian and they're just not getting it.
It sounds like a guy, like a redneck, going to a Mexican restaurant and trying to like, I'll have the enchilada. Yeah, I'll take one of them esponziones.
I fucking can't. Okay. Shit.
Yeah, so
all right,
good.
We're gonna go back to the video.
Almost angry German man.
We're gonna go back to the video with the Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
You sounded so aristocrat with the Volkswagen. Jesus.
Fancy.
Oh my God.
Non-angry German man.
I'm literally crying. Okay.
Go.
Video.
That was until 1943, where Italy surrendered from the war, causing a ton of history.
Sorry. Just the way he delivered that line. He's like, yeah, you know, Italy. And then they just fucking gave up. Oh my God.
History is so much more fun this way, is it not? History class was never...
And you're laughing.
Oh my God, we're gonna get shut down so fast.
Germans to strip Italian cities of their military resources. The Agusta factory was considered one of those resources. The company was in big trouble, not because they were hoarding a bunch of aircraft stuff, but because, and don't tell anyone this, they were working on a secret project. The MV Agusta factory was developing their first ever motorcycle. But if the Germans heard anything about it, they would, confiscate everything. The Agustas hid the tools, the parts, and the blueprints in various places around Rez, so the Germans wouldn't find it.
Okay, when I said this, I was like, so initially when I heard the part about them making planes for angry German man, I was like, man, that's some shady past. But then you hear about like that, and they're like got a little secret motorcycle side project. I'm like, okay, so you're only doing that so like you don't get killed type shit. And then over here you're like, no, we gonna make some dope ass motorcycles though, and we ain't gonna tell shit about it.
They were fairly politically aligned with. Just saying.
And moving forward.
Okay.
Meccanica, Vegeta.
This, my friends, is what MV in the MV Agusta stands for. Meccanica Vegeta. Exposición. Just anytime I can't pronounce something, all I'm gonna think of Exposición. All right, but yeah, that's what MV Agusta stands for, and I think this guy's gonna say it. Hold on.
I think he did.
Augusta was founded in 1945.
He just did.
No. Well, hold on. All right, let's go back and listen to how he pronounces it, because he is a much smarter person than I am.
I don't know.
Mechanica Augusta was founded
Mecanicia Vejera.
I'm pretty sure he's not pronouncing it right either.
Cool.
in 1945. This is the true birth of the MV Agusta motorcycle company. Mecanicia means mechanic, and Vejera was the new place of operation.
This is what, so
Just a few blocks away from their confiscated factory.
this is what I thought was really interesting. I was like, so MV Agusta means Mechanics of Vejera Augusta.
Name, place, other name.
It's like, are you guys out of South Dakota by any chance? Like, if you guys that haven't seen the Adventure Bros episode, we're in South Dakota. Literally every place is named
After what they
for
found
what it has or what it does.
or what they found there.
It's like literally like Fish Lake City. Like I promise you, there's a place called Fish Lake City in South Dakota.
You said Fish Lake City.
I mean, am I wrong?
No,
Okay, exactly. I'm not wrong.
that's fucking hilarious.
I mean, that was
Oh, Fish Lake City.
that was the first thing that came to my mind. But anyway, okay. So back to the video. I was a little let down. In my head, I had some crazy like Italian thing.
Place, name, name, place, other name.
Right.
A year later, they released the MV98 Vespa. Oh, Vespa's taken? Really? Turns out Vespa was already taken by another
Shout out to Piaggio Group, who
Yeah.
We love and adore.
company getting into two-wheelers. And so they just stuck with the 98. It was a 2-speed with 3 horsepower, and it was capable of doing 70 kilometers an hour, and it had.
Can you imagine going 70 kilometers an hour on that?
Nothing near.
Dude, I would
the
shit
boost
myself.
We would see in the later years. The base model, the Economia, was a lightweight utility motorcycle to address Italy's urgent need for transportation. But Italians don't care about transportation. They want homemade pasta, fire engine red, and fucking speed. So
As a guy who is married to an Italian, I can confirm all of those things. You see how red my face is? That's how I landed my wife, because my face is
The
red all
last
the
part
time.
might be problematic.
You know, you saying I'm not fast, bro? Have you seen me run?
I'm saying she might take issue with you being fast.
We're moving on.
So they made a hardcore version with a more
Does that not give you like Indian vibes?
I mean, they all. There's not much. There wasn't.
They're all
There wasn't much in the way of like, well, how can we do this differently?
right.
aggressive riding position, bigger carburetors,
But
bigger
yes.
cylinders, 5 more horsepower, proper forks, and an extra gear. And all this meant was these bad boys could now go racing. And this is the true beginning of MV Agusta's racing legacy. The company isn't known for making great production models, but they are known for making some pretty awesome race bikes.
This makes me like watching this video earlier. I started thinking like, what is up with racing in Europe that makes it such a bigger deal than America? Because
Been around longer. I don't know. Most of the manufacturers were over there. American manufacturing didn't take off until.
I just feel like racing over in Europe is like god tier sport, where I don't feel like we have NASCAR and shit, but like I feel like it has a soul over there, and I don't know if it has a soul here. I feel like it has.
I don't think it really
You know,
took
an
off
empty
here
beer can.
until much later. So it was like one of those things where it's just time.
It just feels like every company got it start. Like Ferrari was the same way. Like racing was a huge deal. Like it's just really interesting that racing was at the core of so much of what companies ended up being these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I digress. Maybe a whole other episode of that. Anyway.
Hey,
What happens when
we
the
said-
prostate enlarges?
Ugh.
and the urine channel
Gross.
Oh, what is your targeted ad situation?
I don't
here?
know. I'm on live on Two Wheels.
Oh,
That's
no.
interesting.
And they
Hold on.
Fun fact: we have a video on the Isle of Man.
We do. We have an awesome video on the Isle of Man that our California correspondent Joe went to.
Yeah.
He looked like he had a really good time with that.
Yeah.
for making some pretty awesome race bikes. MV Agusta's early days were in enduro, and they
Well, there you go, Beau.
sucked. They wanted themselves to name Fragile Diamonds because their bikes were so beautiful and so well crafted, but they ran like shit. Couldn't survive the roughness
Can't
of
do that,
enduro
then.
terrain. But put these babies on a racetrack, and it was a whole different story. In 1947, racer Franco Bertoni put MV Agusta's 98 on the map by winning an amateur race in Brianza. They went on to win races.
That's
all
crazy that
over
one
Italy.
race can
But we don't wanna get ahead of
launch you
ourselves because
like
these
that.
are amateur races. Then this dude went on to win the Nations Grand Prix in Faenza, which is
there's that.
kind of a big deal. In 1949, MV Agusta was racing with the big leagues at the inaugural Grand Prix motorcycle racing season. But somehow this small Italian company would surpass all these big names in just a matter of a few years. MV Agusta at the
I think
time
it's
was
interesting
racing.
that this is a weird tangent, but a lot of design changes happen with logos over the years, and it's interesting to see where the logo is now, and then you see the badging on the side of it, and that badging they have the line that goes through and all this stuff is still on current MGs, but their actual logo has changed quite a bit.
Yeah, that was one of the things I found really interesting about this video because it was showing old MV Agustas and the logo is almost identical.
Yeah, same thing with like Norton, but like there's a lot of like design iterations where they'll iterate on the existing logo so that the branding is the same. But you can see, like with their branding they do on their website and stuff, that the cog with the like kind of almost wing on the back of it. Like that has changed over the years and kind of progressed, but that little like almost script like MV on the side of it is yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was just a weird tangent. I saw it on the side of the
No,
thing,
there's a lot of
and then
there's
you
a lot of like
flashing up the things. And I was like, interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of little tiny things that I took from this video, which was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
In the little leagues, the 1-2.
Also, can we just appreciate that these psychopaths? Motorcycles are terrifying now.
Fucking racing
Imagine
in
this.
general back then was just like you have people that are dying in like racing now because it's just sheer speed and.
But
fucking,
look at what these guys are wearing.
Could you imagine going on there wearing a fucking colander on your head,
Bro?
racing on a bike that can literally explode?
I've got a plant pot that is probably safer on your head than this thing, and they just have little leather things around their ears, and look how they're sitting. It's like
those bikes could literally explode at any second. They could just fire it up and sitting at the start line and it'd blow up.
This is
interesting.
Like this fascinating body position situation. Anyway.
Yeah.
25 cc's,
No, thank you.
And to be honest, they weren't winning anything at all. Their single overhead cam with their lightweight steel trellis frame was no match for Mondial's dual overhead cam. Mondial was completely destroying any sort of competition. This dude called
on a hovercraft.
Nice. Guys, that's straight fucking G status. Dude. That guy is gangster as fuck. Look at that hat.
I mean,
look at that hovercraft. That's a sentence I've never said in my life.
It would take a gangster to put your balls that close to a spinning blade. Is all I'm saying.
We don't know where that blade is.
It's
that's
literally
just the fence. That's the fence over it.
Okay.
Domenico was
fucking G as shit, dude.
It is G.
Look at that guy. He's got.
I was him the whole time.
Obsessed with racing. He is the pioneer behind.
This is giving real Ferrari Enzo vibes.
Yeah. Determination, grit, and royal money.
Look at that. See, look at the logo, guys.
Yeah.
This, and obviously it's not the exact same, but it is damn close to that right now.
Yeah.
That is shocking.
They have two badges. They have that one, and then they have the almost script. It's just the M and the V with a kind of line through it. Pretty cool.
He put MV Agusta to the top. He wasn't just the team's owner, but he was the manager and
I wonder if they're going to talk about the F4.
Don't worry, bud.
Okay, good.
And if you're a part of MV Agusta's race team, you were working nights, weekends, birthdays.
Just look how small that wheel is.
Was obsessed with winning.
It's so
Remember
dangerous.
The whole thing about building photo bikes was about fuck that. We're gonna dominate racing for
That's
good.
insane.
I'd like to think if Speed Racer was a real person, he would be.
They're wearing the same helmet.
Actually, no. This helmet has way more protection.
Yeah, it does. It does. You're right.
Don't talk to me now.
Domenico even pulled some sneaky moves to get ahead.
Sorry.
The company wanted to race in larger classes, and so he hired Piero Romar, an engineer, to make the company a 500cc motorcycle. At the top of the 500cc division was this company called Galera. Galera had an amazing race team, and they they were wreaking havoc in sidecar racing as well. The only issue is Piero was the ex-designer for Galera. So MV Agusta's newly built and beautiful 500 Cardano was a direct replica of Galera's 500.
Bro, they straight up Command C, Command
V.
Shift V.
Yeah. Here's the thing about these. This was. I think Revzilla did a video. And High Side Low Side had something about this, about like the heyday of motorcycles. Like some people will say it's these pioneers, these people that are like, nowhere. When you watch videos like this about racers back then, where they were just like, fucking wheels, motor, make motor bigger, go fast, with no consideration for, like, their job was to go like, get as much as we can, just as much power as possible to the ground on this vehicle. Yeah. And everything else was just like, meh. And it's like, yes, those guys are cool. Like that's cool. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite like era of motorcycling, because all I can think about is just like they're sitting there going like, oh, we're gonna do the 500 class, and then like nobody's talking about what you're doing with the brakes or with the frame.
It was a barren wasteland,
right?
Of like safety or lack of.
It's the tech era for me.
Really?
Yeah, because then it's like, okay, now we're taking all this power.
That would be an interesting conversation to have. All right, back to the video.
Galera was pissed, but now MV Agusta finally had their hands on a.
It is funny. They're like, "Hey, you made a really good thing over there. You want to make it for us, and we'll pay you more money."
For a wider angle between the intake and exhaust valves.
Bugatti would like to talk to you.
It can also lead to more power. The company didn't win quickly. They had this great bike and everything worked out. 2 carburetors were too little, so they upped it to 4.
That bike kind of looks dope though.
So they added telescopic forks. They tossed out the shaft drive and added
weird front end.
Yeah, I kind of like it though.
You know, and this meticulous attention to detail eventually led.
Yeah, look, it looks like a horn on the side.
Grand Prix Championship in 1952.
Go someone spit water.
In 1956, they set a new record by winning 12.
There's so much bike in front of them too back then,
right?
Including the 500cc division with John Surtees on the saddle. Now this was an amazing
500 cc's. We're not even talking about big old bikes,
and that's like
15 times.
No, thank you.
In a row,
right?
Fucking no brake technology, no fucking suspension technology. It was all crap back there.
Right.
And let me explain. Some companies sell bikes to race. Some companies race to sell bikes. And MV Agusta sell and do it all on racing. And this will end up being
that's fucking great.
Okay, when I saw that, I was like, bro, that just screams like dad made a company that built helicopters, son takes over a company, he's like, cool, you keep making helicopters, I'm gonna spend every fucking dollar making cool motorcycles. Yeah. And I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard when I heard that. It's like, hey man, however you build your bikes, build your bikes.
Do they still make helicopters?
I don't know.
Okay.
To MV Agusta's team. Between 1957 and 1958, racing became extremely expensive and bikes just weren't
drum brakes. Drum brakes on the front. You fucking out of your mind.
My Jeep had drum brakes and I know how terrible.
BMW, Galera, Mondial, and Moto Guzzi jointly agreed to opt out of racing. MV Agusta was actually originally part of this agreement, and then they went, psych!
I see more of a trend where people are leaving their jobs.
What the hell is Live on Two Wheels' ads? Is
Man,
what I
you need
to
to start clicking on shit. Is what you need to do. You need to
this is what So this is what happens when you because I don't watch YouTube videos on Live on Two Wheels. I literally log in to go live. So that's interesting that YouTube. Oh, it's giving me ads because it's trying to find what I want.
It's like,
that's hilarious.
Do you like this?
Yeah, that's why they're so fucking
How about
random.
This? That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is very hilarious.
By losers, so MV Agusta could fund their racing no problem. They had aviation knowledge in the back pocket. They had the best technicians, the best mechanics, and they got in touch with some phenomenal riders. Carlo Uliali, John Surtees, Mike Hillwood, Phil Reed.
So I found out in this video that that's who Phil Reed is because there is a guy that works at Ducati now, and he was the first guy that I talked to at Triumph when he was there. Phil Reed, I think that's his dad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I didn't know who Phil Reed was.
And I know that guy's other guy.
Yeah, it's like I was always told like his family had racing history and stuff like that, and then I see this and I'm like, wait, the same Phil Reed? That would be cool as shit. So shout out to Phil.
And the man with the most Grand Prix victories at 100
With a cigarette in his mouth, fucking killing it.
Agostini. They started collecting victories like no tomorrow. At this point, MV
No,
Agusta had
wheelie
the
on a
record
fucking
for
Bro, yeah,
a
absolutely
125,
not.
A 250, a 350, and of course the 500. And with no competition from Galera or Mondial, they
Get to the
accumulated
F4.
victories every single
Dude, look how many
By the
victories
60s,
that is,
MV
though.
Agusta
Just
was so far
freaking
ahead from the
slaying.
competition that their engineering was unmatched. They released what's often considered to be the most successful race bike in all of history. Like ever, the MV Agusta 503. But let me just tell
That's such a
you
cool looking
just
bike,
why
dude.
this bike is insane. It's a lot of the inspiration behind the more modern F3 MV Agustas we see today. The bike began as a dual overhead cam with 3 cylinders and 2 valves per cylinder, but Domenico just didn't think that was enough, and so he asked his engineers
This bike's
to add
weak.
4 valves.
That's very Ferrari of
Engineers
him.
thought
Yeah.
he was insane. The setup needed
Something about them Italians, man.
I don't know what's in the marinara, but it's dangerous.
Over 70 horsepower at a time where other companies were struggling just to make 60. This bike, combined with Giacomo Agostini,
Those
you didn't
fucking
stand a
huge
chance.
ass
MV Agusta
bubble
had won
windscreen.
a total
Right.
Of 139 Grand Prix victories. They were the most successful
Jesus.
racing company
Yeah,
at
that's
the time. Before
that's a lot of
Yamaha
winning.
and Honda took over literally everything. The company would have kept going, but the only reason it stopped is because in 1971, Domenico passed away from a heart attack. It's only when you look back at MV Agusta's past do you see these amazingly fast and nimble race machines, but you also see just the craftsmanship behind every single bike. MV Agustas were race machines
Like a lane
handcrafted
speed
by a
bike.
small
Right.
team of motorcycle engineers and
I don't
designers.
see
They
any
didn't care
fucking F4.
about making production bikes, and whenever they did, it'd usually be
It's got like the I'm about to end this thing
one of their
music.
race
He does have that, doesn't he?
They made motorcycles
fuck?
purely for the road. The 1975 750 Sport America, it had this really cool
Yeah,
boxy
boxy,
design.
I was
This
about to
thing
say,
made
that boxy
75
rear end.
horsepower, but the coolest thing ever is this thing had 4 exhausts.
Yeah, buddy.
Why?
That's a
They also
pretty
released
sick
some
looking bike,
questionable
though.
machines, like the world's ugliest motorcycle. Uglier motorcycle.
This dude low-key throws so much shade, it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
It's worse than this. If you're wondering what makes MV Agusta so special and why they're obsessed with making beautiful machines that go really fast, this might
They are
give you an
fucking
idea.
gorgeous.
Yeah, this has been a road trip on MV Agusta. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is
Claps in the
Racing.
chat for that guy.
Yeah, so if you guys want to go check this guy's channel out, please do. Gastro Racing right
All right,
there. I've got a...
since he didn't bring it up,
Yep.
I want you to search for the MV Agusta F4, and it should be. I'm not going to murder this name. Just type in Tamburini. Esponzione.
How am I getting shit for this?
I didn't attempt it.
Is it currently sold or...
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, MV Agusta F4 Tam... Got it.
Yeah. This fucking bike was my dream bike for ages.
All right, guys, we get to see Beau's age-old dream.
God.
Look at that.
The
though.
fucking 4 exhausts that come out the tail.
Oh, this is that bike.
Yeah, see if you can get a shot of the back end of this thing. Cause
I see one at the top, but I'm trying to find a better one.
yeah, find a bit better.
There we-
Oh, there.
oh my god, dude.
Fucking Christ, are you kidding me? Single-sided swing arm. Fucking.
I gotta say, though, that rear wheel looks so good with a
The
single-sided
bike
swing
is
arm.
so fucking sexy, and I fucking loved it. There was.
This is what Beau wants to be.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I like how you guys like just all ass hanging out, head still straight up and down. This bike is fucking
There you go, bud.
gorgeous. Look at that ass. Here's the thing. You know how I found out? I had an obsession with like dirt bikes and stuff growing up.
Uh-huh.
And then there was a game called Test Drive.
Why does that sound familiar? I might have played this.
It was an open world racing game
I know
in
exactly.
Hawaii.
I know
And
exactly
you could
what
just
you're
race
talking about.
around. And they had motorcycles too.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was the F4 Tamburini.
Okay.
And I would take that thing and just
And you were just
full
here for it.
tilt racing people around Hawaii. Like we just meet up. There was like a whole server of people just racing around like cannonball run style around the Hawaii. And,
That
and
sounds super
And then
fun,
I
actually.
started looking into it and I was like, this bike is so fucking dope, and just it's so pretty. Still one of my favorite bikes ever made.
So, fun fact, a 2005 MV Agusta F4 1000 Tamburini with 424 kilometers was auctioned off and sold for $38,500.
That's all I need, guys. Hit that
All right.
Hit that membership.
Get that membership today. We got to get we got to get Ghost a bike, and then we got to get you a F4 Tamburini.
He gets a ruckus.
Oh no! Here's how we'll do it. We'll get Ghost a ruckus. We'll get you an F4 Tamburini, and then after all that, I'll get a multi Pikes Peak.
Nice.
You sack of shit.
I'm last. I put myself last. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the history of MV Agusta. I watched another video about how they were sold multiple times. They basically got volleyed from company to company.
Yeah.
Did you know at one point Harley owned MV Agusta?
That sounds familiar when we did our research for the Harley
I
episode.
was like, Harley bought MV Agusta?
Yeah.
Which I thought was fascinating. I'm not going to go into the other video that we have.
Yeah.
But
I get the...
No. We're gonna go into that one. There was
Okay.
another like research video I watched
Okay.
that was really good that really broke down like the selling of the company, because like MV Agusta has not done well over the history. They have been very. We're not going to be huge.
Yeah.
We are going to make artisan crafted motorcycles.
That's pretty much what they are.
Guys, they hand weld things.
Yeah.
Like they don't have machines coming in. They got Giovanni coming over and doing fucking hand welding the frame.
The only one
it's
that
insane.
the only one I've seen in person recently is a Brutale, and that was
At Mountain.
And then a Rush, which was at,
You seen a Rush?
fuck yeah.
Oh, where
Wow
at?
Motorcycles brought it up to one of the races.
No
that I went
fucking
to.
way. Yeah, Wow is a dealership here and in the area. They're an MV Agusta dealer.
Yeah. The Rush is probably one of the coolest looking bikes built right now. Personally,
No, it is so dope.
it is very straight out of a fucking movie. Like,
That's one of the things that's kind of nice to have MV Agusta,
Yeah.
where they build bikes because they want them to be that way.
yeah,
And they just don't give a fuck.
yeah. It is 100%. That's when I look through their catalog of motorcycles. That's the vibe that I get every single time. Is I'm like, they're just like they're flexing nuts. Like
They literally let their designer. It seems like they just let him be. Hey, you make whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
yeah. I think their motorcycles are beautiful, like the Brutale that we saw up there.
Right.
I love the subframe on that. How there's nothing there.
Yep.
And it's just an empty. Yeah.
They build bikes like a bike guy would just like. I mean, obviously everybody has a different.
And then
taste
the
or
bike
whatever.
that we showed on the bike breakdown, the ADV,
Yep.
like a pike, the multi kind of looking thing.
So with this mentality of MV Agusta is not here to make oodles and boodles of cash,
Mm-hmm.
like despite their bikes being super expensive, it's because they're literally hand built motorcycles.
Yeah.
They put out a video on their YouTube channel
Oh, is this
5 years ago that it just came up in my YouTube feed when I was doing the research for the show. And bro, I'm going to show you guys the video. It has like a classical music like video playing or audio playing. We're going to play our own music so we don't get copyrighted because it's like a super copyrighted song.
Yeah.
But they don't say anything. It's all text on screen. I want you guys to see this video because if you thought MV Agusta's like, we do things the way we do it, we don't give a fuck how we should do it, we do it the way we want to do it, this video will tell you everything you need to know. So, this one's great. All right, so Beau, if you'll play our music.
Are you ready?
I am ready. And it's soft music like this playing. Oh, but those bikes though, dude. Can you imagine going to the factory? I might die.
Yeah.
We know what you're thinking. I'm gonna voice over this. Should I do it in an accent?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
What would MV Agusta know about building motorcycles in 2017? What would a company of a few hundred have to offer?
Yeah, their fucking line is.
True, we're not German, and we most definitely aren't Japanese either.
Why do they have that
No,
distinction?
just wait. We're Italian.
That's very.
Just wait.
That's suspect as fuck.
And if that can count as a flaw for many, It's a source of pride for us.
We're not German. We're also very clearly not Japanese.
We do things because they excite us, not because they fit into an Excel sheet. We weld by hand. It takes time. It's inconvenient.
We
do it anyway.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Boy, watch this. Watch this.
Okay.
We paint by hand. We don't care if there's an easier way to do it. I'm literally reading the screen, guys.
This is just what this is what they wrote.
When did we start mistaking the easy road with happiness? We build motorcycles. We like twists and hairpins.
Okay.
Our hands guide technology. It isn't technology guiding our hands.
I mean, okay.
And 75 world championship titles tells us we're right.
Okay. I mean, who's winning now? Just saying. Make good bikes, but...
What do we want somebody riding an MV Agusta to feel? This is what our engineers are asking themselves. And even if I don't know their names, this is what moves all the hands working for us.
Is this just a guy they hired? He's like, I don't know these fuckers' names.
And even if I don't know their names.
This is hilarious.
I gotta hoot after watching this.
Like, okay.
It says motorcycle art on the side. Yeah. So what does MV Agusta have to offer? Passion. Precisely crafted. Is there another one?
Motorcycle art.
I see what they did.
Yeah.
And if you flip A upside down, it's a V in Agusta.
Old Agusta. That was my nickname in high school. Here's the thing.
Okay, hold on. Does the vibe from that video, and guys, that is on MV Agusta's website. That is their website.
Yeah.
So, also throwing shade at Japan.
Like, real hard.
We are not
like
Japanese.
The first thing they
Like
said was, hey, we're not German. Which, if we just rewind this episode a little bit, I would have clarified that one more than the Japanese version. Like, it was a little sus.
Yeah, and we are most definitely not Japanese.
Yeah, okay, all right, weird, but okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Just looking at, like, when we were doing the bike breakdown, I was setting all that up, I was looking at prices for all these things. Mm-hmm. These bikes are fucking expensive. Like, dumb money.
Yeah.
Like, super dumb.
And to be clear, money. Like, you are not going to get a price for performance. You will not get that price out of that bike.
Yeah.
If somebody tells you that they own an MV Agusta and it's worth the money, what it's worth and why it costs that is because it is handmade and because that's how they want them to be. But motorcycles are very complicated objects.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that it takes to be really good at their job to be able to do that. You cannot get a cost-effective motorcycle and hand build it.
People who say that it's worth every penny.
It's a placebo thing because they pay so much money for it.
It's a point of reference, right? If you got $20,000 for an 800cc adventure bike, $20,000, and compared to the Ducati 900cc adventure bike, a touring bike. Mm-hmm. That is
the V2. It was the V2 multi, not the big deal multi.
Better in every measurable metric, and fucking $5,000-$6,000 cheaper. Yeah. Like, this is a bike that costs money, and it costs money because it doesn't have all the things that they're proud that they don't have. Yep. Which is they're putting hands on things. They don't have the automation. They don't have all this other stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's admirable that,
I think it's awesome too. In a world where so much is automated.
What happens is that jacks up the price. So the people that are buying your bike aren't buying it because it's the best that it can possibly be.
People are buying it to have that exclusivity that I paid this much money for an MV Agusta.
Like, yeah, okay, you won races. So did fucking Suzuki, and
everybody has won races.
You know, like it that doesn't matter for most people.
Yeah.
The people that are buying MV Agusta don't care that you've won 76. Yeah. They care that you've won 76. So when it's like, it's the prestige of going like, we've won 76 races.
That's one of the things when I saw the video.
We made everything by hand. And I'm like, awesome. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spend $20,000 in 800cc.
Well, like, it's the type of thing where I've always looked at MV Agusta.
We pay a lot of money to make these, and we pass that cost down to you. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So like I think MV Agustas are like S tier in looks for motorcycles.
Gorgeous.
Some of the most gorgeous bikes on the planet.
Yeah.
That being said, the company has also been a volleyball back and forth between other companies, and it's not a
viable company.
It's not a financially viable company.
Yeah, they're working as a boutique, but
at a larger scale.
At a larger scale.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it.
You look at Triumph was kind of like that for a while. Mm-hmm. Triumph was like working at a boutique level of design and design philosophy.
Right.
But they had to cut every once, and then they had to try to like bring it up to market. There's a lot of motorcycle manufacturers.
I mean, that's what every motorcycle manufacturer does, right? They start at the top, and then they have to boil it all the way down.
Yeah.
And Triumph, to this point, they just recently, as of a couple of years ago, put out their Trident, which, if you're asking me, that's really the first like everyday man's Triumph that
probably
the average person.
One of my top 5 bikes we've had in the shop.
Trident's an awesome bike, but I'm saying like it's taken Triumph that long to get a consumable bike.
Tiger Sport 660.
Yeah, true.
Those two bikes, same bike, just different kit. But like, yeah, that's those two bikes right there are like they're everyman.
But that's like for a company to make an everyman bike, you got to play like big ball.
Don't get me wrong. I still, and I said this and I meant it. It's like that MV Agusta F4 is one. It is my favorite motorcycle ever.
If you look at any bike that Triumph or MV Agusta makes, they're all like. Yeah. Dream bike status.
You can tell they put a lot of effort.
I'm going to bring up MV Agusta's website.
You can tell they put a lot of effort into the design and the aesthetics, and like, even if it performs like.
While you're talking, I'm just going to show.
Yeah,
the website.
I know. The bike's the second thing that shows. That's the one that I saw in person. That thing is fucking gnarly.
God.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
What does it say about the Rush that it makes the Brutale look measly? Like, look at this.
That thing is so sick looking in person.
And then this.
Yep.
We also have the
Dragster.
Slightly different. The Turismo Veloce.
Yep.
This thing looks like an alien.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. It definitely looks like a speeder bike. The F3. Super Veloce. Lucky Explorer.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's the new one. They just announced that last year at EICMA.
Bro, this is from the side. This looks exactly like a Desert X.
It's very similar. It's very, very similar.
Oh.
But they did. I think they announced it before them. I don't know if it was developed before them or not.
Man, we got a couple similarities going on.
The rear wheel on that looks like those.
Yeah,
like,
let's dig into this little Rush thing for a second.
God, it's so good,
bro. Look at this.
It's so like it looks like somebody is tearing apart a motorcycle.
I don't want to move from this page. There is not a single thing on this page that I'm not happy with.
It looks like somebody is deconstructing a motorcycle. All these parts hanging out and like.
Bro, they even have the yellow wheel tape to go with the.
Go up to that. Go up to that. Look at the angle of their brake line and how it matches the angle of the front fender. It's that same kind of curve. It doesn't line up with it, but it's the same angle,
right.
Which matches, by the way, the headlight.
Yeah,
so yeah, you're paying a lot of money. They use clearly a lot of design in it.
Look at those side wing things.
Yeah.
Dude, and
it looks so good.
The rear seat. It's just a little floaty boy.
It's literally a bolt-on piece that sits here.
Bro, look at this.
Yeah.
It looks like it's like a jet engine.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the four exhaust.
It's so good.
I need to see one of these in person.
They look.
so
It looks
bad.
amazing.
That's so interesting with the rear tire. We've got
the
the
tank.
single-sided swing arm, but look at how the rear tire, like, kind of just cups.
Yep.
Here.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
Do we know how much one of these goes
That's
for?
what I was going to ask now. And no, I did not look it up because I got so floored by the price of the Turismo.
Right.
Let's just see. MV Agusta.
I'm scared
Rush.
to keep going down.
1,000 price first.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I get three guesses.
Oh my god.
Okay. 35 grand.
Nope.
Am I not close?
You're a good
38 grand.
V2 off.
55?
No, it's $45,590.
Oh my god. That is more expensive than my fucking car.
Oh my god.
45 grand
45 grand.
for a motorcycle.
Good god, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of dough. Holy shit.
Just so we're clear, the multi Pikes Peak is like
That's the
32
base,
or something.
That's the base MSRP.
So that's not even like, you probably can't even buy one for that. Like, that's if you somehow got it directly from MV Agusta.
Yeah, that's a lot
Oh
of
my
fucking scratch, my guy.
goodness.
Holy shit. That is so much money.
But how much does it cost to be this guy?
Yeah.
Can you imagine owning a bike like that and then riding it like that?
I mean,
I would not, like, truly, I love riding hard. If I owned a 45 grand bike, I could not ride like that.
yeah, like to put this in perspective, right?
Yeah.
That is more expensive than a fully kitted out with all of the accessories, including a stage 2 kit, that Indian Chieftain Dark Horse, which is a big
Shit.
touring cruiser, a bagger. But that's
Yeah.
with everything, including you can get that out the door at like 45 to 48, out the door with one of those.
Good God.
And those are notoriously expensive for those big baggers.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much money. Again, I fucking love the way it looks. It looks like a $45,000 motorcycle.
Okay, we have to give it that.
If you showed up at bike night on that thing,
People know you got cash.
I can tell you this for a fact. When we were sitting at the racetrack at Road, what is it? Road Atlanta.
Maybe.
Sure.
Moto America.
The Moto America.
Okay.
Whatever that. They've changed names. It's like Michelin something or whatever.
Anyway.
I don't know. We were sitting there, and Wow had that rush out there. Was breaking people's fucking necks because every single person that walked by was like, like fucking checking it out and going like, "What is that?"
It's like the forbidden fruit, but I want to contact someone and be like, "Hey,
Michelin Road Atlantis. Yeah. Okay.
oh, okay. This is fascinating."
Yeah. No.
Okay.
It looks like a $45,000 bike. It does.
At least for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if the other bikes look too, like, that's a lot of cash for a bike that does not perform as good as its counterparts and cost 40% more. Like, that's a hard sell.
You're
why.
buying a name. You're buying the hand built, the hand touch,
Right.
and you're buying the design. Is basically what you're buying.
You are correct.
And then
Good
that's
God. Okay.
like I said, F4, favorite bike of all
Yeah.
time, gorgeous,
And they still make the F3.
and it was also less expensive than the Rush.
The right now, my favorite bike that they make is probably the Super Veloce.
This makes Ducati look like Walmart. Like, you know what I mean?
Bold statement, but
Like, we all thought, we're like, oh, Ducati tax. There's already an Italian person out there doing this.
yeah. But so that's the thing, though. Like, a Ducati, I've never said this before. A Ducati is going to look almost as good, perform better,
Yeah.
and be cheaper.
That's a fucking sentence, dude.
That's a hell of a hoot. But yeah, these
the
bikes are
F3 is really cool. Like, they're cool looking bikes. I don't have
I think the story is fascinating.
$46,000.
I would love to see.
The story is absolutely fascinating.
Here's what I would love to see. I would love for something to happen with MV Agusta, and we see them change paths, kind of like Harley is doing, and start taking things more seriously in the way of like I guess I still want them to be.
I don't know if they give a fuck about the consumer market.
They don't. They 100% don't. But
happen.
I would love to see that so that I could see more of these on the road. I guess is my point.
Yeah.
I think they're some of the most gorgeous bikes on the planet.
It's one of those things where like they made a decision a long time ago,
and they are stubborn on it.
And they are sticking the fuck with it. They're like, we do not make motorcycles for the masses.
For the mass group. Yeah, we make it for the boutique guy.
The guy who wants the little dot here.
So
put on by hand, a person.
So what did you think about us doing watches and commentating? Because I thought that was really fun.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time with that?
We would have to set this up differently because switching.
You guys, so instead of doing Roast My Ride, let's just have a look because it's already like past 6, and we'll save that for next week. So did you guys enjoy the whole like watch along with us and commentate thing?
So we can have
let's get the chat on here. Because if this is something that you guys enjoyed, I really liked it because I watched these things beforehand, but if we could like do some stuff like that, that would be really fun to do, I think. Yeah. And if we did that, we could make our, Beau's got to do all types of like weird shit down here to make it so I would love for us to be able to watch it and be on the screen at the same time. I think that would be really neat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. So
it's funny we've come full circle because we a while back we were toying with a segment to where we were showing other people's channels, and then we stopped doing that.
I forget why that didn't work out
because I had too much on my plate and we didn't have a ghost at that point.
Yeah, that's true. And we were also new to this whole thing, so. But yeah, I think like finding cool motorcycle videos and then like doing a little watch through on the show would be really neat, and that's something we could use Discord for
Hawk
as well.
has a good point. Like if we do a lot more of these history of either a history of a manufacturer or the history of a certain type of bike or
a certain rider, he brought up, that would be really neat.
Yeah.
So maybe we can build something into Discord to where people can because we're only 2 guys and can only
and 3. A ghost.
We're only 2 guys and a ghost. We can only watch so much, but it would be really neat for us to have a Discord thing where it's like people submit videos and like if they're a good video and we can dig into them, we can make a show out of it. I think that'd be neat.
Interesting.
It's interesting.
Like it's a lot of work that
our chat thing doesn't work.
It'll catch up.
No, it takes time. Yeah. All right. So, guys, that was our episode. Hopefully, we can all leave with a little bit better of an understanding of where MV Agusta came from.
Also, go sub to that dude.
Yes, please. Like I said, guys, in the description of the YouTube video at the very bottom.
If for nothing else than flappy-jawed, angry German man.
Yeah. Everybody go comment on that video and say where you came from. So at least that way, he's probably looking at the video like, what the hell are all these people saying this from? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the show. Now we know what MV stands for. Not going to try to say it.
Esponzion.
Esponzion.
There we go.
Ciclo, motorcycle y accessory.
Wow.
It has the wow. I love it. Oh man. All right, guys. So that's gonna be it for Live on Ontwowheels this week. We'll do the Roast My Ride next week. Just kind of we ran late, and I feel like it's more important to have a conversation with you guys. That's why we've built the new chat supposed to be up in this area thing. But yeah, this has been really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This will be available. Of course, and pops up there. This video will be available on the YouTube channel, of course. It is archived there, and we'll have the podcast up tomorrow, probably. Or Monday.
It's going to be Monday.
Maybe Monday.
You
guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week for whatever the hell happens then. Bye, guys. Oh, sad, scary music.
Slip of fingers.
Oh, slip of the fangs.